Okay, I perfectly get it. You're probably fed up of hearing that content is king, but no one is really telling you what kind of content you need for e-commerce stores out there and how to actually get that content in both a cheap, an affordable, and an expensive way. Just to give you a little hint, the cheap one is totally free. So in case you're actually asking yourself, why on earth should I actually listen to this guy? Well, I am Eugenio Zabell. I am the CEO and founder of Worko Incubator, where we add an extra 30 to 100K in monthly recurring revenue for e-commerce brands all around the world, up to the point where we've already generated more than $12 million in yearly revenue for brands all around the globe. So let's get straight into the meat. You've probably heard a lot of times that user-generated content is the best content to put out there right now. But you might be wondering, why on earth should I actually use? Well, the reality is that in the last couple of years, the digital economy has actually shifted. Before, you could actually have a solid brand positioning, and that was actually enough to generate confidence in the end user and get them to actually pull the trigger and make the purchase. But the reality is that nowadays, people no longer actually believe in brands. That's why it's extremely important to humanize your brand. And that is actually done through user-generated content. At the end, when you put user-generated content out there, you're putting a face to the brand and showing that humans are behind the brand, humans are enjoying your product, and all these kind of things. As I said, right now, we're not in a business-to-business economy, nor a business-to-client economy. We're in a B2P economy, which is a business-to-people economy. People want to make business with people. That's why user-generated content is extremely important to create a successful strategy in e-commerce in 2023. So let's go straight into it. I really have 3 plans so you can actually get good UGC content at a very cost-effective way. One will be completely free, another one will be affordable, and the last one will be the expensive one. Obviously, the more expensive, the better. But if you're starting out, you can go with the cheap options and later move on to the expensive ones. Okay, well, for the free example, let's say that, for example, we're going to sell an AirPods case. Okay, it's a silicone case. Well, let's say that I've got an e-commerce brand where we sell silicone cases. First one is that, for example, I can give this to friends and family in exchange of a free testimonial or a video ad where they're actually explaining the benefits and everything that my product has compared to other competitors. Preferably, if it taps into people's pain points, so your target audience pain points, it will be a lot better and a lot more compelling for the end user. This is a very easy method and very cheap. The second option is also a very good option that we've actually done in some cases. And this is you, for example, once you have a decent amount of a database within your brand, what you can actually do that's a very good strategy and it's worked great in the past is that you, for example, create a voucher or a giveaway for everyone that sends you a video of user-generated content. So a review, a testimonial, all these kind of things, engaging with your product. So I would send you a video, engaging with my iPhone, with my AirPods case, probably trying them on, saying, oh, this is great. I can even get them onto my trouser with this small hook, whatever it is, okay? So basically you get all those videos, you put a deadline, and the one you like the most will actually get that prize. Now it can be, for example, a giveaway, it can be a voucher so they can purchase whatever they want from your store, or even money straight away. Now, the good thing about this is that they've got an incentive to actually create the best content they possibly can to actually win that prize. This works very well. It's not completely free, but in correlation to the amount of content you get and the cost of this strategy, it turns out to work out pretty well in 95% of the cases. The 5% remaining is if you don't have an enough large database of clients, then this is probably not the best strategy to start off with. Probably you would have to use the first strategy we mentioned. Let's go with affordable one. Right now, there's a lot of content creators out there that will create your video for anywhere between $40 to $500. Honestly, for $40, you can get decent content, good content that you can put out there and make it profitable. Obviously, $500 is the high-end range where you can get like very top-tier content, but it's not really necessary, okay? I think the most important thing is that you can get volume, okay? So let's say you've got a $1,000 budget. Don't go and get 2 expensive ones. Go and get probably 10 affordable ones, probably 1 expensive, and get a bit of a range within all of this, because you don't want to run out of money. And the reality is that for every 10 creatives you test, 2 will outperform, 3 will work well, and 5 will probably not work that well. That's why volume is such an important element when it comes to a good content strategy for e-commerce. Last but not least, this is a strategy I would actually recommend for e-commerce brands that are already quite established and already profiting from their business activity. And this is to get in touch with influencers that have a very similar target audience to the one you have or the one you're looking for, and actually get them to create a video, post it on their Instagram, or even do a collaboration when it comes to posts between both Instagram accounts. And later you start promoting that post. And not only that, you start retargeting all the audiences that have actually engaged with that post and his audience, so the influencer's followers, to actually get them to purchase the product. This is a great strategy, not only because you will get those sales, but also because you will get that brand positioning. There's two small things we need to get clear with this. First of all, the target audience of this influencer, it's extremely important that it's very, 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 very relatable with the one of the product you're selling. If not, this strategy is going to literally be a waste of money. And secondly, you must really focus on all the retargeting side of things, because probably not so many sales will come from that upfront post, but you will actually gain a lot in lifetime value and in brand positioning, which is a key component when you really want to take your brand from 20k per month to 100k per month. There you don't only have to focus on core marketing, but also on that brand positioning side of things, because if not, competitors can literally arise in a matter of 2-3 months and they can wipe you out. That's why initially core marketing is extremely important. Get that sales, get that profit, be able to generate revenue. But once you have that, it's very important to actually create that brand positioning within your brand. So to wrap it all up, content is such a key component in the economy right now. And user-generated content is the best content out there because it will be like a Trojan horse strategy. The best thing is that they actually don't know that it's an ad until they've actually reached the call to action. So we want it to be as raw as possible. We don't want like really high production. And the reason for this is because people really don't want to check out ads. They'll just scroll by if they see an ad. Therefore, it's extremely important that we make content as relatable as possible. Also, it's very important that you create a strategy where you can get high volume out of it, because that way you can test a lot of variables and iterate accordingly and probably scale with those creators that have worked very, very well. Scale in volume of content, I mean. So I hope this was extremely helpful for you. If you've got any question, feel free to drop it in the chat. I would really appreciate if you hit that like button if you've liked the video and subscribe, so other e-commerce owners can literally take their brand to 100k per month. So finally, to conclude, if you're an e-commerce brand making anywhere between 20 to 100k per month in monthly recurring revenue, and you want to add an extra 30 to 100k per month in only 6 to 9 months, feel free to click the link in the description and we can actually have a chat to determine if you could be a good fit for what we do, and we can actually take you to the next level and get you in our incubator program. So I wish you a great day and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.